Good evening. Yorkshire has been chosen as the new home of the broadcaster Channel 4. The national headquarters and an estimated 200 jobs will move from London to Leeds next year. The city beat competition from Birmingham and Greater Manchester.
There'll also be a news hub. The bid team says it'll benefit the whole region and is worth an extra £1 billion to the economy over the next decade. We'll look at that claim in a moment, but first, James Vincent has this report.
The first thing that anyone saw on the new Channel 4 back in 1982 was a Yorkshire presenter sitting in a Yorkshire studio.
Hello, good evening. And as the countdown to a brand new channel ends, a brand new countdown begins.
Fitting today then that when Channel 4 were deciding where to move, they chose to come home to Leeds. Ever since the government told Channel 4 that it had to move some of its operations out of London, cities across the country had been stating their case. Leeds has now come out on top, and next year the public service broadcaster will relocate to West Yorkshire.
It will help us bring in decision makers from elsewhere in the UK with different opinions. And the core for us is how do we reflect on screen the values, the cultures, the communities of different people across the UK and not just in London.
We knew we'd put together a very strong bid, and we felt, the relationships with Channel 4 were very good. But, you never know, and, there are three of us in the race right to the end, and absolutely thrilled that Leeds has been chosen.
We do have to travel quite a distance to meet the industry professionals, because at the moment they are pretty much down south. We have nothing against people down south, we just wish they were more here as well.
Leeds might get the headquarters, but just 8 miles up the road is the City of Film. Bradford is the youngest city in the country, and it's hoped some of the investment will be felt here. Channel 4 picked Yorkshire because they say it has a thriving digital industry, and the future of that industry is at Yorkshire's universities.
University of Bradford, take 2.
In Bradford, they're excited that a job in national television now won't mean having to get a train ticket to London.
Well, I want to be involved with stuff like production, management and producing and things like that, and a bit of editing as well.
The students in the University of Bradford and Leeds studying film production and media courses, and it'd be a good opportunity for them as well to have Channel 4 up here.
Most opportunities in the film and creative industry tend to be in London. It's quite London-centric, so to bring everything up north would be fantastic.
I think it'd be amazing. There'd be so many more opportunities available for us. Bradford is the city of film, but we're still having to relocate either to Manchester or London after we graduate, so it just creates so many more opportunities for us as students.
Rahul!
Last night, the Great British Bake Off had a Yorkshire winner. Today, we've won an even bigger Channel 4 competition.
Well, it sounds like good news, doesn't it? James is in Leeds now. James, Channel 4 didn't want to leave London, did they? So why are they coming to Leeds?
No, they didn't really, Ian, at all. The government told Channel 4 that it was too London-centric and they had to move some of their operations out of Leeds. That started a huge bidding process. Sheffield was part of the bids at the start of it. They didn't make the cut. Leeds today has beaten Manchester and Birmingham to have the new national headquarters. So for Channel 4, it's location, 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 Leeds. Now, Leeds will also have a new news hub which will be capable of co-hosting the Channel 4 news. John Snow, the Channel 4 news anchor, veteran broadcaster and former Scarborough College student, saying he's delighted that students from this part of the world will be growing up and having a job on national news and not necessarily having to go to London.
Well, it's one question that we've been asking in the office all week is where are they going to be based and what will it actually mean for jobs?
Well, this area of Leeds known as the South Bank, a huge regeneration area, is somewhere that they've looked at. We don't know exactly where they're going to move in. They'll make that decision over the next few weeks and months. But we know that Channel 4 are going to spend a lot more money here in the north. They're going to spend £250,000. They've committed to making sure that 50% of their programme spend, their main programme spending, is outside of London. They've got a job to do to make sure that a few more staff move up to Yorkshire as well. This isn't just a token gesture of jobs moving to the north. We asked the chief executive today whether she was going to be moving to Leeds. She said she'd be spending a lot of time here, so I don't think she's going to be looking for houses in Halifax just yet.
OK, James Vincent, live in Leeds. Thank you for joining us.
Well, we're joined now by Sally Joynson from Screen Yorkshire, which supports filmmaking in the region, and screenwriter Kay Mellor. Kay, you must be excited by this. I mean, you've described it today as a game changer.
Well, it is, really, because there's lots of independent companies here in Leeds,
and we can get straight to Channel 4 now. You know, we can build a proper relationship with them. And, you know, that's a really positive thing for us. And it was going to open the doors for, you know, new young filmmakers, people that want to get into television, people that are at our universities and colleges. It's going to be fantastic. You know, we have a thriving industry anyway, but it can just, you know, it's going to really boost it.
Sally, let me ask you, because you spend a lot of your time persuading film companies and TV productions to be made here in Yorkshire. So obviously you're delighted because it's going to be easy. You're not going to have to travel down to London to do that now. They'll be on your doorstep.
They will indeed, and Screen Yorkshire's been part of the team that has won this bid for Leeds. It's been a fantastically exciting day and the culmination of months of work. So how fantastic for everyone involved to have Channel 4 in the heart of Leeds and in the heart of Yorkshire, because although they're going to be based in Leeds, this is something that is going to impact on a much wider geographic area.
You both have to be really tight-lipped about this, haven't you? There's been a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't know about.
We didn't even know. I mean, literally, I found out literally late afternoon, and this morning we were chatting on the phone, and I thought it had gone to Manchester, to be honest with you. So, you know, I mean, I just didn't want it to go to Salford. I just wanted it so much to come to Leeds, because I'm, you know, so proud of this city, and they made the right decision.
Now, Sally, it's 200 jobs that are coming to Leeds. Now, some might say that actually that's the equivalent of maybe a supermarket opening. Why is this such a big deal for people outside of the media?
Because production requires a huge supply chain, so it's not just the company that makes the product. There is a whole load of companies behind the scenes that contribute to that. So this is something that is really going to impact on a very, very wide sector. So from the production sector through to travel and tourism, everyone can benefit. So when you take into account all of those jobs as well, the impact of this move is going to be transformational. It's a really, really important day.
I know that when you, I mean, obviously you've worked in television for so long, Kay. When you think of those old ITV companies, Granada, Tyne Tees, Yorkshire TV, making network programmes in the region. So it was a crime, wasn't it, that all disappeared. But this could be...
It's a move back.
A glimmer that there's looking better.
I think it's quite a significant move back. I really do. And the fact that, you know, we don't have to travel to London to have a meeting at Channel 4. The fact that we can just, you know, go down the road. It's brilliant, really, really is. And it gives us a lot of kudos here in Leeds, you know, to say they've chosen Leeds. That's what they've done. And that's, you know, that makes me feel really good.
And a lot of your writing, Kay, looks at, you know, putting Yorkshire on the map with, you know, Band of Gold and Fat Friends. How much do you think this will help enhance the role of Yorkshire in television?
Yeah, you know, I'm hoping big time, really. I mean, we're already working on a commission from Channel 4, just from the meeting them. You know, we had a rooftop meeting, didn't we, where Channel 4 was saying to me, why aren't we working with you? And I went, well, I don't know, I've just never had the opportunity. And he went, well, let's make that opportunity happen. And the following week, literally, I was there in the commissioning room with a young writer, and we got her a commission, which is fantastic because it's a double bonus for me, because I'm nurturing her, mentoring her as a writer, Yorkshire writer, and we've got a commission as well. So
that's great news. It's great to see you both looking so happy.
Very happy.
Very happy.
Thanks very much indeed.